What is going on, people? I am here for, if you couldn't tell by the title, another movie review. Number 2 of the day. Hopefully everyone's staying safe. I forgot to mention this in the beginning of my last video. Hopefully everyone's staying safe in this pandemic. Everyone, who would have thought it would have lasted this long? But hopefully everyone's staying safe, sane, keep on trucking along and stuff like that. But I'm here for, a movie review that you might, I think you all should check out. But the first one I did was sent to me by RLJE Films. This one actually was sent to me as well. This one comes out July 28th, so not tomorrow, but next Tuesday. This one was sent to me by Artsploitation Films. For those of you who don't know what it is, I say definitely go ahead and check out their website right after this, because they put out a whole bunch of stuff that's either more gory than most of the stuff you see here, a little bit weirder than some of the stuff you see here, but a lot of their stuff is from, outside of the U.S. I've seen many movies. I have a whole bunch in my collection. Cub is one I mentioned before, where it's like a Boy Scout group that goes into the woods and runs into this legend of this. It's called Cub. It's this young kid with like a mask, and he's killing off people. Trauma, which is a very intense thriller and stuff. I think that's from Chile. Cub, I think, was from the Netherlands or Sweden, somewhere over there. What's another one? Weege. I did a review for that on this channel. It's like Kids times 10. If you've seen the movie Kids, where it's drugs and sex and all that, we'll take that and multiply it by 10. It's more intense, a lot more nudity. It's just all over the place kind of deal. They do a lot more stuff. But this one happens to come from Canada. It's a horror, sci-fi, comedy, dark humor more than anything. It's not really funny, ha ha ha, you're gonna laugh a lot. But there's certain scenes in this that you can giggle at, I guess, if you have a dark mind. But anyway, it's, like I said, dark humor, sci-fi, horror, a little bit of everything mixed in together. From Canada, the movie is called Dead Dicks. So right from the title, you're like, oh, that caught me. I was like, okay, definitely want to check this one out. And let me get the names right. This one is written and directed by Chris Bavota and Lee Paula Springer. It stars Heston, Horwin, Jillian Harris, Matt Keys, among few others. There's not really that many, people in this. You get a nice small cast, but the cast I really enjoyed. Got me invested in it just because of their acting or whatever. So pretty much it revolves around a brother and sister. You got Becca and you got Richard. Richard is the older brother, but let's just say Becca kind of acts as his mother kind of deal. You find out that, let's just say, their family life hasn't been the greatest. They don't really go too much into it, but you figure out that, let's just say, their family life was pretty much ruined after their mother passed away. So anyway, I guess at that point in time, life is too crazy. Not only did they lose their mother, but you find out a little bit, about the father and his inadequacies and stuff like that. But anyway, let's just say Rick at some point in time becomes suicidal, so kind of Becca becomes his keeper kind of deal. And it's tough on her as well. She wants to do a whole bunch of stuff. You find out in here she applied to a college and all this stuff for medical school, I believe it was. And let's just say, she finds it tough to, tell her brother anything, especially at that point in time. You find out in the beginning of the movie he's, getting a little bit better. He's living on his own, but, there's always a threat there. Anybody who's depressed or anything like that, it's always there's always a chance. But anyway, you find out that she gets accepted, and then she's going to tell her brother, hey, listen, I'm going to leave in a week because I got accepted into the school I wanted to go to. I want to further my life. So she's pretty much on her way to go see the brother at one point. But before she even, musters the courage to go, she gets all these phone calls. And it's not like, the way it sounds on the phone, it's not like anything urgent. But he's like, listen, you got to come here. There's something going on, not what you think, but there's something going on. I want you to see it. I need your help a little bit. And he keeps on calling. She doesn't really get the phone calls. She's at work. She goes on her break. She gets more text messages and phone calls and whatever. She tried to, contact her brother, but it didn't work. But then she gets all these phone calls and stuff, and she's like, let me just go check this out. It sounds like it's nothing big, but let me go. She's talking to her boss. She works at a bar. So she ends up going and meeting her brother. And let's just say she walks into the apartment. But before she gets into the apartment, there's a neighbor that keeps on, saying there's strange noises coming from her brother's apartment. Not only is there, music blasting, but, things start shaking and there's weird things going on. He's, call the landlord and gonna get him kicked out and all this stuff. So anyway, she ends up going into her brother's apartment only to find him dead. Well, what you think is he's dead, but somehow he's right next to her. So you find out that, let's just say there's strange things going on. The guy was right with all these noises and stuff. Let's just say there's strange things going on throughout this, the rest of the movie. There's kind of keeps on getting, it's kind of like I want to say like a Groundhog's Day where you relive the same thing over and over. But let's just say he attempted, when she got there, he has his old notebook and whatever. Let's just say he said he attempted to figure out what was going on by killing himself a few times. And it leaves the body, but then it makes like a replica. There's this thing on the wall, and every time that he kills himself, he comes back as a perfect clone copy, whatever you want to call it. But he kind of has to look at his old self to remember what the hell is going on, and then he kind of figures or tries to figure everything out throughout the rest of the movie by attempting different things. Let's just say at one point in time he's like, I'm kind of running out of ways to kill myself cleanly kind of deal. So the rest of the movie is them together trying to figure out what is going on because like I said, this isn't normal, this isn't supposed to be happening. And then let's just say by the end of the movie, let me just say it was a little, I gotta watch it again to kind of grasp what was going on. I kind of got what was going on, but the ending kind of just like went out there. I'm gonna have to look at like bonus features because on this, if you purchase the copy, it has a audio commentary with the directors. There's 4 diaries with the directors. It says like 18 minutes, a featurette which is 2 minutes, and then a whole bunch of trailers. Bloody Knuckles is another one. I'll get into that after. But I want to sit down and listen to the commentary because I think I got a grasp of what it was about, but I still have questions. But, I'd rather have that, to tell you the truth, than a movie that I knew exactly what was going on and stuff like that. So that's what Artsploitation Films brings you, is movies that are a little bit different, a little bit, either gorier, like I said, have a different premise, have a little bit weirder of a premise, but movies that you can sit down and watch and say that's different than my everyday movie. So I'd say definitely check out Dead Dicks. Like I said, I'll leave the link for Artsploitation Films as well as the trailer for the movie, which I just realized I didn't put the trailer into the other description, but it's definitely one I think you should definitely check out. Should definitely go ahead and go into. Like I said, got a little bit of everything from sci-fi to dark humor to horror. The certain scenes in this, I was like, wow, okay. They brought up the gore factor and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's got that like sci-fi-ish, like I said, kind of has that Groundhog's Day where. Not exactly, but you're not reliving the same day, but you're kind of coming back as the same copy and clone and stuff like that. I'm sure there's other movies like that more than Groundhog's Day. A probably horrible comparison, but there are. It reminded me of that. So anyway, check out Dead Dicks. Like I said, comes out the 28th of July, so not tomorrow, but next Tuesday. And it's definitely one, like I said, check out Artsploitation Films. Like I said, on the back it has Bloody Knuckles, which is a fun draw. Like, guy drawing and all this stuff, and the drawings come, I don't want to say come to life, but that one's interesting. The Dead Ones I've never seen. Snowflake is an interesting one, and Welcome to the Circle, that's what it says. It has the trailers on, but definitely check out Artsploitation Films. Check out Dead Dicks in a week and a day, and yeah, like I said, check the description for everything I talk about. I'll leave the trailer for the movie so you can check it out. I'll leave the link to Artsploitation Films. I'll also leave all my other social media stuff in there as well. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this review and you're going to check out the movie, hit the like button, and of course hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more either reviews or unboxings or whatever have you. Hit that bell button. I was saying hit the like buttons too, but hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. So I guess until next time, whenever that is, or whatever I do get, I got a box from Hamilton Books coming. I ordered some movies from Disney Movie Club, so I should have those coming soon. And Horror Pack should be coming soon, so stick around for that. And I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.